It's raining pretty heavy here in Sointula today, so I'm just going to show you what the northern end of Vancouver Island rainstorms are like in the winter. Pretty much in the winter we only get rain, and it's been raining pretty heavy, so I'm going to take a walk around town and just show you what Sointula looks like in the rain. I'm just passing the Williams boathouse. A lot of boats were built on the island in this boathouse. It's been here since the 1950s. I'm just taking a walk down First Street. It's the busiest part of town is First Street in downtown Sointula. Here we have the ferry lineup. All these cars are sitting here waiting to get in the next ferry. This building here used to be the post office before my time, and now it's like a gift shop. And we're looking at the Co-op gas station. And just taking a walk down to the ferry landing. Everyone's waiting for the ferry to come in, so that's why it's busy downtown right now. And this is where the ferry comes in on First Street. You can see how much it's raining out there. I'll make a video when there's no rain. You can just see what the surroundings are like. You should be able to see Vancouver Island, but it's raining so heavy you can't see it. You can't really see the ferry, but it's over there. That dark patch there, that's Haddington Island, or Keady, sorry, which I talked about in a previous video. But the ferry's over there and it's on its way into town. It'll be here in a few minutes. Alright, let's carry on. This is the site where Sointula's first co-op store used to be located. Now it's like a public washroom, and all that remains of the original co-op store building are the stairs. And it's just off the ferry landing here. This building here, they were running a business called Winsong Row a very long time ago. And that building there, that one red, was Sointula's second post office. And Sointula's first post office is in ruins and it's out at Rauhla, and I'll show you and tell you the story of that another day. But over here, oops, chink, is the co-op store. And it was established in 1909, as you can see on top there. But this building here was built in the 1950s. How to adjust my umbrella there. I'm trying to keep the gimbal dry, so I have to adjust it from the wind. We're still walking down First Street. You can see my umbrella blowing in the wind here. And I'm probably going to veer off and go up on 2nd Street just so I don't destroy the umbrella. And this is the inn. I don't know what they call it now, but it's the Sointula Inn, I guess you could call it. And it says Rub Pub there. They don't have a bar here anymore. But there used to be a bar here, and down below, if you go down that way, used to be a bar a long time ago called the Bilge. Whew, the wind's kind of strong, and it just killed my umbrella, so I'll probably have to cut this short here pretty soon, but I'm going to keep walking down First Street, talking about a few of these buildings along the way. So a cousin of my great-grandfather, who was named Herman Potu. Herman Potu's brother, Matti Potu, built this house and used to live here. And then his son Oni Potu lived there. And Oni and his cousin, Miko Potu, who is my grandfather, were very close. But this used to be a Potu house. And this house here belongs to the Manta family, and you can see these big rhododendrons in the yard there. Sorry, my umbrella's just going nuts on me. The big rhododendrons there. It's a pale pink rhodo up against the house there, and he's the one who brought that kind of rhodo to the island. I'll show you when they're blooming and tell more about the story of that. But a lot of the old time houses on the island will have one of those big rhodos beside it. And the Mantas were the ones who brought them to the island. I'll bring that up in a future video. And here we're walking towards the halls. All three of these buildings used to be halls. This one here is now a net loft, privately owned, but it was called the Syrup Hall at one point in time. And that blue one there is the Athletic Hall, which is also known as the Fire Hall, but the Fire Hall now is that gray building up the hill. Holy cow, the wind is just blowing my umbrella. Alright, I'm going to probably cut this off here and head home because my umbrella is just wrecked. But up on top there, that gray building on the hill, that is the FO Hall, and down here is the library, museum, and old school. Alright, I'm heading back home and going up 2nd Street. And now I'm on 2nd Street. Doing like a little loop through town here. And my umbrella is absolutely destroyed. The umbrella is not keeping me dry, but I mean it is working to keep the gimbal somewhat dry. As you can see off to my left there, it's just wrecked. Yeah, there's no keeping that umbrella anymore. So the wind down on 1st Street was pretty bad, but up here on 2nd Street there's hardly any wind at all. Oh, I spoke too soon. But it seems to be keeping the gimbal and phone somewhat dry, so it's doing its job. Now it's just garbage. Take a quick detour back down to 2nd Street here because I just noticed the ferry's coming in. So I'm in a rush to get down there, even though I look ridiculous. And here we're looking at the Island Aurora docking in downtown Sointula right now. Just look how much rainwater is coming out of this pipe. Holy cow. The culvert, I should say. Oh man, I am drenched. Look at this. Look at that. And look at this water. Has just eaten away the beach here. Crazy, crazy, crazy amount of water. Alright, let's walk down the beach this way. Holy cow. Look at that. Alright, I should say we're looking down towards Rough Bay off in the distance, and we'll check that out another day. I think my gimbal's not liking the weather too much here, so I'm gonna start heading home. Here's the Island Aurora, and we'll just walk down the shoreline here. And I should also say the Finnish word for the beaches in Sointula is kotiranta. And kotiranta means home shore. And at one time, there were 3 names that were chosen to name the town of Sointula. One was Rauhala, and you might recognize that name because our farm is named Rauhala. And there's a story behind that, and I will get into that in a future video. But it was also going to be one of the original names for the town of Sointula. The other name was Koti, which means home. And Sointula is the one that got voted in. And Sointula means the place of harmony in Finnish. Alright, I am absolutely drenched here, and I think I should probably cut this off and just mosey on home as quickly as possible here, because I am pretty damn wet. There's the island Aurora. Cool. That is the ferry traffic. Above my head as I'm underneath the dock right now. Just walking along Kotiranta here on my way home. And we'll go down that way to the point, that far point down there, that is Kotanimi. And I'll talk about that in a future video. For now, I think I need to get home. I am soaking wet. So I'm cutting this off officially now. And I will see you all in the next video. Oh wait, let's check this out first. Look at all that water coming off the first street. Crazy, 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 crazy amount of water. All right, cutting you off now. Time to go. See you in the next video. Ciao.